Good afternoon, everyone. This is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing. Today, I have been called to pull some cards again, which I was about to pull my own card. And I was like, okay, well, then I guess I'm going to pull for everybody today. I hope that you guys are doing all of your manifestation tonight for the new moon, which is awesome and exciting that we're starting off a new year with a new moon. Hmm. Hey, today for the collective, I have fire spirit, passion, purification, and energy. And from what I am gathering, just from the themes that I have had recently and everything that I'm seeing, let's live in passion. This new year, let's live with a renewed sense of life. Because if we are not loving who we are and what we're doing in our lives, then what are we doing? It's also about purification and energy. Purifying means looking deep into ourselves, what is hurting us, what is hurting others, what is harming ourselves, what is harming others, and really purifying that, clearing that out and saying, this ends with me now. And energy. Once you purify your energy, I mean, you're set. The wolf spirit, wildness, freedom, and belonging. And it's really funny because yesterday when I went to church, it was raining. It was pouring rain last night or yesterday, the whole day. And if you live in Carson, then you know that it was just pouring rain. And when I think of wildness, um, I went to a water tower and I sat up at this water tower and I was just going through some things and feeling some things out. And I went and I decided I'm going to get out and I sat in the rain. And I sat in the rain for so long that the rain was just pouring down my face. And I just felt so free and belonging. I felt like I belonged. One of my friends called me while I was out there, and I was telling them about how it just feels really good to be standing up, watching the whole entire city and it being just rained on. And I felt this huge sense of purification while I sat there and just feeling like everything was just being washed away and connecting to that wild side of me, that side that doesn't care if I'm getting wet from the rain, that wants to run and jump and sing in it. And I sat there and I felt free. I felt like I belonged in nature. And it was so beautiful to just sit and enjoy. And sitting and enjoying brings us passion. It brings us a spark in our lives. This morning, I was washing dishes because Christmas was awesome and had a lot of people there. And I was watching out of the window, and there was a deer in my neighbor's yard. And I was just looking at it, and I just said, "Hello, deer." And it looked at me as I said, "Hello, dear." And it was just interesting because it shouldn't have been able to hear me from what my human mind, can perceive. And the deer spirit signifies awareness, sensitivity, and gentleness. And yesterday at church, one of the things that were told to me is gentleness is strength, is controlled strength. Gentleness is controlled strength, which means we all have that capability of being gentle. And gentle actually is a strength, it's a quality. It's knowing that something is fragile and approaching it with love and sensitivity and awareness of not just ourselves, but also about how we are affecting everything else around us. In this new year, I think we're really being called to be aware, being sensitive, being passionate, feeling free. And freedom doesn't mean not having to pay bills, not having to go and do the same thing over and over again, having a job, any of that. Freedom is within ourselves. When we feel free, we feel light, we feel good. Um, we don't need anybody else to make us feel free. The next one is Medicine Woman. Nurturing, healing, and restoration. When we take care of ourselves, when we truly tap into who we are and what it is that we need for ourselves, it's a huge healing and restorative place to be. We can nurture ourselves in a space of love and kindness and all of the things when we step back and allow ourselves to be ignited by our passions. Recently, I signed up for a divorce group, and that took a sense of gentleness for myself because I'd been hard on myself for some of the things that I've felt and some of the things that I've thought, and even some of the ways that this other person has behaved. And with that, stopping and saying, you know what? I have done so much work on my own. Now it's time for me to seek counsel and find somewhere where I belong, find somewhere where other people can also be aware and be gentle with me and be sensitive to my specific situation because other people are going through it too. And a lot of times we think that we're all alone. The wolf spirit usually represents a loner, but it's not. The wolf is actually one of the most pack-driven animals. It is, I am here for you. We each serve a role in this collective. And what I'm really feeling called to say is that if you feel burdened or feel anything that you need nurturing from, healing from, restoration from, just know that there are others out there that are struggling in the same way and that you can really help and be helped, supported. And that will help purify your heart, your soul. I had a very beautiful, deep, I had a very deep heart opening experience. And sorry, that it just, I missed my heart being open. I missed it so much. And some of it came through when I was dancing in the rain. Some of it came before then by standing in my authenticity and saying, I don't care if this is not what they want, it's what I need. This is what I need for myself. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive for myself, not for anybody else. And in that, I've been able to cleanse and clear and open my own heart. And it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have stopped and said, you know what? I need healing for myself. I need awareness and gentleness. I don't need someone to just like push these anything, push beliefs, thoughts making me feel like or think that I'm not healing at the fullest capacity or at the fullest speed, because this is not something that anyone can say. You have to have this at this time. As you connect into yourself, your passions, you will bring in your tribe, the people that you need and want in your life. Okay. The last card, Hestia. And this is from the Divine Feminine. Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. I am going to see what feel called to look into the book with her. Okay. When your soul selects this card, Hestia created the concept of sanctuary. Ooh, my ears are ringing hard right now. It's considered a sacred obligation to shelter and protect those in need. She wants us to seek those situations that allow us to feel a sense of being home. She wants us to create that form of sanctuary for someone else. Group settings, belonging. It It takes an immense amount of awareness, sensitivity, and gentleness to make someone feel comfortable and safe within your presence. That is a gift that no one can ever take away from someone else. Okay. Hestia wants you to let kindness pervade your thoughts. She wants you to light a small fire in the center of yourself and feel safe in calling your body home. She wants you to be able to seek sanctuary within. She wants you to come home to yourself and give yourself the love that you effortlessly offer others. Hestia is the call to become the calm harbor for your beautiful soul to thrive. So it's not really just about taking care of others, but it's also taking care of ourselves. And the more that we take care of ourselves in this new year, the more we'll be able to take care of others, the more that the love that we have for ourselves can ripple out into the world around us, which is just a very beautiful way to start off the new year. Being loving, being kind, being aware, being gentle, being authentic. If something doesn't resonate with your heart, with your soul, if you feel that, okay, well, I'm just in this because, or whatever that case may be, just know that there is a better way. When you ignite your own passions within, when you purify yourself by looking at those shadows, looking at what prevents you from dancing in the rain, what is preventing you from being your wild self, from being free, from feeling like you belong. What is that preventing you? Where, how, and why? Hey, I'm probably going to slaughter this. Sarada Devi. Doo-doo. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So over the last few weeks, I have learned a lot about how judgmental even I can be, and how judgments can really hurt and harm others, especially if they're not truly strong within themselves to be able to take that and just take it in stride and say, this is a reflection of them and not me. So just that is a very, maybe we should come into the new year without that judgment and to really be unconditionally loving, forgiving those that have hurt us. I was at church and they said, how many times am I supposed to forgive someone when they've hurt me? And Jesus said 70 times 7 times. And it doesn't mean we go back into that to hurt yourself. And it doesn't mean that if these people, like, it doesn't mean that you have to have them in your life. It means to forgive because it's for you. Forgive because it is what your soul calls you to do. And that really does help a lot understand that saying, forgive someone 70 times 7 times, which was funny because it's 77. And I felt like I needed to pull an angel number, so I will in just a second. Okay. Unless we are really willing to unless we are willing to really meet with the aspects within us, the universe will keep presenting them to us in relationships. It's not to piss us off, it's to free us. It's out of deep love for us to fully heal. The goal here is for us to love ourselves fiercely from within, without judgment or shame or where we are in the moment. The goal is to let us mother ourselves with unconditional love. That's the only love that will quiet those harsh, critical voices within us. So we can stop wasting our time mirrored in judgment of others or ourselves and get on with being the perfectly unperfect light that we are. So that really does, and it's interesting because I only wanted to pull that part. A lot of people feel maybe they haven't reached every goal that they wanted to reach in this new year, in this year, 2024. And with that being said, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't reach the goals, but why judge yourself so harshly? Why hurt yourself? Because that's not going to keep you moving forward. It's not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. And it doesn't help others either. And we might be free. We might be able to be a lot more free if we didn't judge ourselves and judge others. We might be feeling like we belong more if we let go of those judgments. We might be able to purify some of our heart, let go of those childhood wounds that cause us to self-sabotage or to give ourselves to people that we know we shouldn't be giving ourselves to, or even we wouldn't be able to receive people in the way that we should or want to receive because we've been so judgmental and harsh on ourselves and others. And I'm pulling angel numbers 77. Prepare for the best. Good news is coming and positive changes are unfolding. What an appropriate message for the collective today, being the precipice of the new moon and also coming into conjunction with the new year that we are walking ourselves into very rapidly. I am going to make some moon water to help manifest what it is that I want to bring in. But to me, the overall message of this is it looks like we're going to have a really beautiful new year. And you're going to fill it with passion. You're going to purify your soul. If you're like me, I hope you go and you dance in the rain and just wear like really good shoes or something, but dance in the rain. Let yourself feel like you belong. And you might find the tribe that wants you to belong with them too. Bring yourself into a new awareness. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others. Care for others' hearts and care for yourself too. The more that you care for your own heart, the more you are able to care for another person's heart. And I'm going to give you a little example of that. So, a couple of months back, I was going through a really, really, really rough time, just feeling a lot of self-doubt, I was going through an existential crisis. I was wondering if I'm supposed to be a healer. And that's a vulnerability moment. It was really hard because I absolutely love what I do. And I wasn't being gentle with myself. And during that time, as I was really contemplating who I am, journaling like 10 times a day, just writing things down, I was able to come to a place of nurturing, healing, and restoration within myself because I stopped and I was aware and I was sensitive to my needs, to what it is that I needed. And a few days later, um, my daughter comes up to me and she was having a really rough time. She was like, Mom, I'm just not doing good. I'm confused. I'm hurting. I'm sad. I'm upset. And she came at me. Um, and I was just so happy that I had taken the days before to really take care of myself because that day when she came up to me, I was able to sit with her and talk to her and really be present and gentle. And the more that I take care of myself, the more that I see that I can take care of another person, the more that I deepen my relationship with my passions, the more that I see that I can ignite passions in others, inspiration, the more that I feel like I belong, is the more that I can bring others to belong with me. I had friends over for my Christmas. The 24th is my Christmas, but I had a bunch of friends over for my Christmas, and I was able to bring in a person that I didn't know, but my home, my belonging was able to house someone else. I was able to be gentle and aware of someone else, bringing them in to shelter. Unconditional love exists within me. If I didn't love myself, then I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm doing today. I remember that because I didn't love myself when I first started this journey, when I first started this business. I was helped, I was guided, and I was so supported. And the person and people that supported me through the toughest times when I was scared, when I was alone, when I felt alone, like I couldn't do this, they're the ones that provided a sanctuary for me to build and to grow without judgment, more support than I ever could have imagined. And I am ending this year with gratitude for the fact that I have been able to belong and I've been able to be free because other people were so strong within themselves at that time that they were able to support me and be there for me. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. When you uncover your sanctuary, when you find what it is that you are, who you are, what you bring to the table, what your value is, what your worth is. Worth isn't money. You can give me $100 and say, here, I hope that this helps. I want presence. And the value of a person is not a money sign. It is who they are and what they offer and what they bring to the table and the wisdom that they share. So this new year, I think that this is going to be a very beautiful year. And if you really tap into yourself and who you are, then not only will you make this new year beautiful and perfect for you, you'll make it for others as well, as a collective. And I hope that we're all moving towards that collective today, tomorrow, and every single day. All right, my friends, I feel like this is complete. Hmm. There is one last thing. It is okay to sometimes feel that you need someone else to help unload, as long as it is reciprocated. When you are down and out and you are able to lean on someone else, then they should be able to lean on you as well. That is just something that came out towards the end. Whoever needed to hear that, I hope this helps. You have a wonderful day and Happy New Year. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then I will be posting a video on the 1st, and just Happy New Year. Be safe out there, drive safe. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Also, share with anyone that needs to hear this message, because every single one of the messages that I share, if it doesn't resonate fully, you'll still find something valuable. Have a wonderful day. I love you all.